Hello, Covenant family. I'm Pastor David Kling, and I'm excited about relaunching our church this upcoming Sunday, August 8th. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about our change in policies and guidelines due to COVID-19 as we reopen for the fall. Now, I know that this has been a difficult season. It's really natural to feel discouraged, but I want to encourage you that you are not alone, that we can take hold of the words that we say at the end of every service, that wherever you go, God has sent you. Wherever you are, God has put you there. Whatever challenges you're facing, whatever setbacks have happened in the last few weeks, God has put you right where you are today to serve Him and to feel His love. Even though we get surprised by our circumstances, God is not surprised. And there is somebody in your life right now that you can share God's love with. And there's somebody in your life right now that can share God's love with you. And that's what we're going to do together as a church family this fall. So let's learn about our new guidelines together. The first change we're making this fall is that we once again strongly encourage that everyone wear a mask when you're indoors at our church. If you're unvaccinated, we really want you to wear a mask. If you are vaccinated, we still encourage you to wear a mask according to now CDC guidelines. If you forgot one, we've got plenty available at both entrances of the sanctuary. There's a basket with masks. We also have hand sanitizer stations so that you can keep your hands sanitized as you enter and leave worship. The next change that we're making is that we're offering different zones for worship with different levels of risk. The sanctuary is going to be a zone where masks are recommended and encouraged, and where we allow the congregation to sing together. We're going to have children in our worship space again, so I strongly encourage you to support their health by wearing a mask yourself, even if you've been fully vaccinated. The performers, the musicians, the preachers, when we're leading worship from the stage, we won't have masks on. And that's so that we can give a nice, clear broadcast to the viewers at home and to the worshipers in other zones of our church. Our next worship zone is here in the fellowship hall. Now, this is just down the hall from our sanctuary, and we're going to set this up as a masks required, no singing, socially distant worship zone. So you will need to wear a mask to enter the fellowship hall and to enjoy worship here. We've got masks available for you. All the seats are already put out, socially distant for you. And there's going to be a live broadcast of what's happening in the sanctuary at TEM, happening right at the same time in the fellowship hall. So you'll get to enjoy listening to the sermon, listening to the music, but there will be no singing in this zone. At the conclusion of the service in the fellowship hall, a pastor will give the charge just a little bit early, and that's going to allow you to make a socially distanced exit if you prefer. Following worship, we ask that you not congregate indoors inside the narthex or the coffee cafe like we've been doing in recent weeks, but instead make your way outdoors to visit your friends. And if you'd like to enjoy our designated hospitality hour, that will be happening through these doors on the patio behind our fellowship hall. And there's a sign here to direct you where to go. I'm going to be there for the hour between 11 and noon to visit with you. We'll have other members of our hospitality team, and we can't wait to make friends with you. We're not going to have any food or drink, but we will have childcare available. So if you're a family with young children up to the 5th grade, your children have childcare all the way till noon in the middle wing or on the playground, weather permitting, so that you can have some adult fellowship time if you feel comfortable on the back patio. Here's the back patio behind the fellowship hall where we're going to have our hospitality hour. It's a great place to sit and to visit and to remove your mask if you feel comfortable since we're in an outdoor setting. I want to say a quick word to parents with young children about how to check your kids in when you arrive for worship. You can see I'm standing in the middle of what we call the narthex, right outside our sanctuary doors, and we've got our children's check-in station right back here at this table. You'll be able to enter your contact information and your child's name and age, and a printer is going to print out a name tag for your kids. If we get a lot of people coming in at the same time, we may take your information on a clipboard and enter you next week, but this is where we'll have a volunteer to assist you in doing that. If you arrive for worship at 10 o'clock, you'll get to make a decision about which worship zone you feel comfortable participating in. You can choose to bring yourself and your kids, ages 3 through 5th grade, into the sanctuary or down the hall in the fellowship hall. Children below the age of 3 are welcome to use our nursery, and I'll show you where to drop them off. This wing, located in the middle of our church, is called the middle wing. It doesn't matter if you park in the upper lot or the lower lot. This wing of classrooms is in the exact middle of our church, and it's where we have our children's ministries. You've got another check-in station right here at the entrance to our Sunday school classrooms, and down the other side of the hall is our nursery. I'll show that to you. Here's the nursery with this little half door here. This is where you're going to drop off your kids, ages infant to under 3. And we do ask that you wear a mask while dropping your kids off. After you've dropped off your children under the age of 3 in the nursery, and you've got your sign-in and name tags for your kids between the ages of 3 and 5th grade, come and bring your kids to enjoy worship with you here in the pews, or here in the chairs in the fellowship hall, according to your preference. After 10 minutes of sharing worship together as a family, the children will be invited to come to the front stairs of the sanctuary to enjoy a message for the children from our children's director. Following that prayer, the children will then follow the children's director down the center aisle. The kids and the children's director will then pause here and go and get the kids that have been worshiping in the fellowship hall. And then all the children will parade on up back to the middle wing to enjoy additional worship and Christian education with their teachers in the middle wing. And here we are back in the middle wing. This is where you're going to pick your kids up following worship. You can also stay and enjoy hospitality hour with your friends, and your kids will have some fun time here in the middle wing or on the playground for another hour from 11 o'clock to noon. So you can pick your kids up right away if you'd like, or you can continue to visit while your kids make friends here in the middle wing. I'm upstairs in our technology area where we have all of our live stream computers and cameras that are filming and broadcasting our service live to the fellowship hall and also to our third worship zone, your home. I'm so excited that you don't have to come in person to worship to be a part of our church family. Wherever you are and wherever you go, you can take your church family with you. So whether you're enjoying watching us on our website, on the sermon page, live on Facebook, or live on YouTube, please know that you are an important and valuable part of our church family as you worship with us watching the live stream. However you choose to worship with us this fall, please know that I love you, your church family loves you, and we are so thankful for your patience and support for us during this fall. Together, we can do our mission to make disciples of Jesus Christ who love God, love each other, and serve in the world.